This is not going to be a real long video commentary, but this is just something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. And whatever happened due to being busy or being sick, I forgot to do this video when this stuff first came up. We all know that Beyonce and Michelle Obama has been praising each other within the media. But I'm going to tell you something. What rubbed me the wrong way, Mrs. Obama, just gushing over Beyonce. First of all, Beyonce is not a role model. She should be no role model for a black woman or a black girl because of her self-hate issues and the crowd that she's hung around. I don't know why we keep elevating black Hollywood to what it means to be black. First of all, Mrs. Obama, Princeton educated, if I'm not mistaken, I think she went to Princeton, has done a lot more with her life than Beyonce ever will and could hope to accomplish. Now, I know y'all gonna say, well, Beyonce tried what she's singing. I said, no. I'm talking about productive shit. I'm talking about inspiring young women or young men to want to better themselves. Beyonce doesn't do that. Every time you see Beyonce knows she's dancing around the stage half naked, grinding like she's about to fuck something right there on stage. So I don't see how Beyonce can be a positive influence to women or black women more importantly. This is the same woman that over the last decade so has slowly bleached her skin, dyed her hair, and put extensions in to not look like a black woman. Plastic surgery. Go back and look how Beyonce used to look. And Mrs. Obama is praising her. Now, some people say that was a PR move. You watch my back, I'll watch yours. She has a book coming out. You get the young people say, well, Mrs. Obama like Beyonce, so I'm going to go buy Mrs. Obama book. Now, that could be very well her method to her madness. People do things for ulterior motives. But my thing is that it can be a double-edged sword. You have two little girls, okay? Is this what you want your daughters to look at and represent? I've defended Mrs. Obama, but on this one, I just can't. Beyonce has made poor choice after poor choice. And people gonna say, what are those poor choices? First choice is changing her appearance. Wanting to be something she's not. Number two, letting her daddy and mama tell her to go sex it up the way they did. Number three, marrying Jay-Z. Number four, getting on stage playing good little house Negro when that whole Kanye West Taylor Swift shit went down. Whether you think Kanye was wrong or not, Beyonce got up really quick and ran to that white girl defense. You think Taylor Swift would have ran to Beyonce defense or ran to any other black woman's defense? Nope. When the whole shit went down with Chris and Rihanna, Jay took sides. Beyonce took sides right along with her husband. Instead of having her own mind. So is that what she represent, Mrs. Obama? That's what you want your little girls and other little girls to look at Beyonce, some role model, a woman to dance around the stage half naked? To make songs about men paying bills. I need a soldier. Giving out this independent woman shit when apparently she's not independent. At one time, I used to say Mrs. Obama represent what the black community represents, or what black women truly represent, and not the stereotypical image that have been put out by the media. When I see Mrs. Obama, I think about my mother. I think about a woman that had common sense, that was a go-getter, that raised her children. But when I see Mrs. Obama, the first lady in the United States, praising Beyonce, all you doing is giving what she do and the people she hang around with more excuses or props to keep doing what they're doing. Beyonce is not a role model for our little girls or our young women or our women. Mrs. Obama, I thought you knew better. I thought that you had more common sense there, but like I've said before, you got a lot of high educated people with no common sense. And it's sad to me to know that Mrs. Obama sat here and praised Beyonce the way she did, considering that Beyonce has not done anything worthwhile, nothing to motivate young sisters, but to sit back and prance around the stage half naked and look for some roughneck, some hood dude. We can't deny it because look what she's married to. All she's doing is playing into the stereotype of what a black woman deep down wants. And I'm not saying that black women want to be that way or want that kind of individual in their life. But Mrs. Obama's old enough; she should have known better. It hurts me to see that her and Beyonce back there had this love fest when there's so many other sisters out there she could have been praising. When Beyonce said some kind about her, she could have said thank you and left it and kept moving. You think George Bush's wife Laura Bush would have been out there praising Lady Gaga? Hell fucking no. But some people say, well, black women gotta stick together. Yes, black women, yeah, but sisters need to stick together. But she should have checked her husband when he was out there telling black women to stop feeding their children Popeye's chicken. No, wouldn't do that, but you're going to praise Beyonce. Wow. Told you about some of our people.